I am a living organism. I am affected by temperature, but I cannot respire anaerobically like yeast do to produce ethanol. But I can respire anaerobically to produce lactic acid. Today, we're going to be focusing on yeast, and we're going to be looking at the characteristics of yeast and how they respire anaerobically. Stay tuned. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Care Beyond Reach Academy's YouTube channel. Today, we're going to be looking at how yeast respire anaerobically and how they release ethanol, carbon dioxide, and energy. So, we have some warm water here, instant yeast, and sugar. We're going to be adding the sugar to this warm water, and then we add our yeast. I will now add some yeast to this sugar. Once we add the yeast, we then cover with a balloon. The purpose of adding the balloon is to prove that carbon dioxide is given off, because the balloon should become inflated after some time. Once the carbon dioxide is produced from this anaerobic respiration, the balloon will inflate, and that is due to the carbon dioxide rising and trying to escape. Once you remove the balloon, you should be able to smell the alcohol that would have been produced by this yeast during anaerobic respiration. What the yeast is really doing is actually utilizing this sugar, this glucose, to make energy. And in making its two ATP molecules, it will generate ethanol and carbon dioxide. Yeast is a living organism which is in the fungi kingdom. It is affected by temperature, so this water here, even though it is warm, it does not exceed a certain temperature, which is not above 35 degrees Celsius, because if it gets too high, the enzymes will become denatured. If the enzymes become denatured, the process of anaerobic respiration then becomes slow, or it doesn't occur. Then we have the ethanol that is generated by this yeast during anaerobic respiration. Even though they produce it, it actually is toxic in high concentration, and it's dangerous for the yeast metabolism. So it has to be removed, because if it stays there in high concentration, it affects the enzyme activity and ultimately the yeast metabolic reactions. So even though we don't respire anaerobically to produce ethanol, mammals will generate lactic acid, and we will talk about that in another video. So this is the inflated balloon, because the carbon dioxide is trying to escape, so the balloon is now inflated because air is now in this balloon. You can smell the alcohol that is being generated, the ethanol, and you can see in the bottle here, the yeast has utilized the sugar that was placed in it to create carbon dioxide and ethanol, along with its ATP that we are not able to visualize here. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. We really hope that you learned something new today, and that this video sparked your interest, and that you will be able to share this video, like it, comment, and subscribe.